Hi, I'm Tracy Danielson, Roadways Manager at the City of Saskatoon. We're getting your calls, emails, and questions on our social media channels, and I'm going to do my best to explain what's going on with snow removal and winter road operations. When will you move snow piles on priority streets? The snow we've graded into the outside lanes and onto medians is really piling up. We understand the lack of parking, visibility issues, and some narrow streets can be frustrating. The number one priority when it comes to winter maintenance is keeping the main streets clear for driving to keep everyone moving around the city. This includes Circle Drive, arterials, and collector streets, the streets with the most traffic affecting the most people. When it snows, no matter what work is going on, including snow removal, we will pause and go plow and grade the priority streets. City crews have already started removing snow piles from the priority 1 streets in January. However, this work has been paused so that crews could respond to new snowfalls. As soon as we finish cleaning up from a snow event, we will get back to removing the snow from priority 1 streets, then keep moving through the priority 2 and 3 streets. There's a lot of work to do, so it's going to take some time. Why is the snow left on the side of the street when the city grades? The City of Saskatoon has a winter road service level, and that defines the grading, plowing, snow removal, and sanding standards. This has a defined budget that's approved by City Council, paid for by property tax dollars, so we're careful to keep spending in line. The service level for grading after snowfall is to leave the snow along the parking lane, the boulevards, or the medians, and that snow is removed when there's no place left for the next snowfall. There is no maximum height in our service level for the snow piles along priority streets. The exception to that is school zones, where the service level is to keep designated loading zones free of any snow piles, and the snow piles in the school zone are removed once they reach 60 centimeters in height. And that's really for the safety of students. This year, the snow piles have been removed from school zones twice already, and we'll be working through the school zones again before the end of January. Removing snow piles requires different and more equipment. It takes longer and it costs a lot more than grading the streets and storing the snow in place. It does require that parked vehicles move off the street, and it's best done at night when traffic is light. Why doesn't the city remove the snow at the same time it's graded? Why do you leave the snow piles in the first place? After a major snowfall, our goal is to get all the priority streets graded in 72 hours, faster if we can. Grading snow and storing it on the streets means that the streets get graded a lot faster. Removal of snow piles takes a lot more equipment and personnel, so it's slower and it costs a lot more money. Why did the city stop removing snow from every city street? For as long as anyone on our road maintenance team can remember, there hasn't been a citywide snow removal in the regular budget. That changed in November 2020, of course. That was a one-time effort in response to a major snowstorm that meant that most people in Saskatoon couldn't drive around. It required a lot of extra contractor help. If we ever have that much snow again, we have an approved emergency response plan so that that work will be done in the future. But in a normal winter, hiring contractors for snow removal is not in the budget allocated to winter road maintenance. These decisions are made during budget deliberations when priorities are weighed and the service level and budgets are approved by City Council. Why have snow road signs if you don't declare them? Great question. As the city grows, we've adjusted the way we respond to grading priority streets after it snows. This is the priority 1, 2, and 3 street system that we can get through within 72 hours. If we were to declare a snow road parking ban, people would get parking tickets and be towed, which are steps that would also delay the grading. The way we do it now is effective for clearing driving lanes and going around parked vehicles to keep some parking spaces. The city is reviewing whether we need the snow road parking ban anymore. When are you grading the rest of the streets and residential streets? Our service level is that we do not grade all residential streets after every snowfall. Residential streets only get graded if we get the big one, a major snowfall like we experienced in November of 2020, where cars couldn't move around on the streets. If this happened again, we would activate the new emergency response plan for a coordinated approach. We will go into residential streets near the end of winter if the snowpack gets to be more than 6 inches. That work is done to prevent the formation of deep ruts that can cause damage to vehicles. If we do residential rec grading, the snow piles will remain along the side of the street until they melt. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I've answered your questions around the way that winter road operations and snow removal work at the City of Saskatoon at our current service level.